Can you let the people know your name?
Yes, Denise Forbes-Cobb.
Okay. And my name is Braxton Cobb. So I met you when I got out of prison. I got out of prison May 2015 after doing 8 years, 3 months off of 9 years, 3 months. I met you, I want to say 2 days after that. How was it when I met you?
Yeah, you hold me down, you hold me down. But no, this somebody I done known since I was 13. It's, you know how it is when you're young, is that on and off, on and off, on and off type of thing.
Okay, so when I met you, and we spent time together, you told me you wanted me to meet your son. So the next day you brought your son, and me, you and him, we went to dentist. We went out to eat and everything, and I ain't have a ride home. And y'all took me home. At the time, I wanted to introduce you to my mother, but at the time, we was just friends. I had a girlfriend, and I ain't want her to take it any type of way and everything. And when you was taking your son home, what was he saying about everything, about me taking y'all out the dentist and everything?
Me, I always been the type that ain't bring too many around my son because it's about impression. I don't want to have someone around him that's only going to be there for like 2 weeks and disappear on him, So it's always that impression, that impact. But him, we was riding home that day, he was like, Mom, when we go see him again? And that was like the first time he ever did that. So I was like, okay, we can go see him again. And then from there, things just started to elevate and progress between us.
Okay, so at the time, we was only together for 4 months, but in them 4 months, I had already told you because, like you said, we used to be off and on when we was in high school and everything, in middle school, so we know what type of person we was and everything. So, like I said, even though we was together 4 months and I told you I wanted to marry you, how did you feel when I told you that in such a short period of time?
Mm, I can't, I can't even say it was rushed or anything because we were spending all of our time together. We had plenty of time to learn each other, know each other, because we was together every day.
Every day. So that night we got pulled over for the headlight being out, and that kept me out past curfew on the 20-year probation sentence, and the officer had to lock me up because I was on probation. How did that affect you, being that we was only together for such a period of time, and somebody who told you they wanted to marry you and everything end up going to prison?
It's tough. It's tough. I can't speak for everyone on it, but when you know you got somebody you want to hold on to, you can't let certain things stop what you already have going.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't physically be with someone, but the mental part, the emotional part, it all has to play in there. So you just have to make ways to progress and to keep things together.
Okay, so when I was going to court and everything, and they was talking about the time, let's be honest. When they told me that they'll offer me 20 years, now be honest, what did you tell me?
You know what? I don't even know what I said then.
You told me, you say, hey, if you got to go do 20 years, You know, we could be close. We'll be friends. I have a boyfriend. I let him know that, hey, I got a boyfriend, but hey, this my friend. You got to respect that. If you can't respect that, then we don't need to be together.
Yeah.
So with me going to court and everything, and you know, they were trying to give me that, and you know, the lady ended up giving it where they only gave me 13 years, where I only had to go back and do 5 more. It made it look like I wasn't out. And I was hesitant about taking that deal. What did you tell me?
You trying to make me think way back.
You told me these words right here. You say you was gonna ride. And you rode. So being that you seen I had to go back and do 57 months, I did 47 months. How did that affect you while I was in there?
Me, I'm all about growth. So I ain't always looking at it as the time. I'm looking at how much did I grow in this stage. He already knew I had plans of things I wanted to do, and I did pursue that one thing that I said that I was going to do. Went ahead and got away from my job. Went and got my CDL so that I can make more money and have more, so when we get home, we can have what we need.
Okay, so after me doing the 4 years and coming home, and you know, I was on the verge of doing good. I had 10 months papers. I did 8 months paper. End up going back to do 10 months because it was our wedding anniversary. And I went back because I bought you that dog right there for our wedding anniversary, and that sent me back and everything. How did you feel when I had to go back and do them 10 months?
Of course, as usual, you know, having to be separated yet again. It's something that you don't want to happen, but state of Florida.
So now that after I did them 10 months and I got out January 14th, you know, I've been out 33 months. You know, when we was together, we just had DeAndre. Now we got Brooklyn and DeAndre. You know, how will this affect you with me going back? You know, not for me like getting in trouble, picking up new charges, but the same thing that led me to prison when I was a young man that keeps sending me back to prison. How is this affecting you?
It's really showing me a lot about how the system really is.
Elaborate, please.
It's been corrupt. It's been corrupt. It's a lot that needs to change in the system. It's a lot that they need to handle, especially when it comes to cases like yours. Like they always keep saying, no case is the same, but yet once they put you on their registry, now everything's the same for everyone, and that's something that really needs to change because it's really not helping. It's going to eventually become a problem because they do their time, they get out, they have to adapt to society, but the standards that they're putting them to, they cannot adapt to society the way that they're trying to say that they're adapting them to it. They're making it where it's hard for them to have places to stay, so eventually, I read an article not too long ago. It's a city where they just have tents out in the woods. It's inhumane, and they have a lot that needs to change on that.
So, what advice or what would you try to accomplish, not just for me, but if you could help anybody dealing with this same situation or everything, what would the advice be or what would you try to do to change things?
It's all about getting the word out there. Most people, when it comes to stuff like this, they want to kind of hide because they don't want to feel like they're supporting something that the system try to put as negative. But when you know you got someone that don't deserve the treatments that they're getting, you got to step up. You got to put the petitions out. You got to share the knowledge. You got to let people know, hey, this is what happened, and it's not right, and we got to make a lot of changes on it. But it can't be just one person. It got to be a lot that come together to help.
Yes, and like you said, there got to be a lot of people that come to help together. But some people, they'll just see that a person have a sex charge or this, and they just judge a person by the charge, not knowing the situation or getting into details. How can that change? Well, we could get people to, not just judge a book by its cover, but, like get to know a person or get to know the actual facts about a person's case.
It's crazy because, like, when you came home, you had the probation where you had to go to the therapy classes and stuff. Why aren't they using this information as statistics to build off to show that you have people that really need to be there, and then you have people that just got caught up? They have all the answers and stuff. They're just not using it. They just want to keep laws the same. And eventually these laws that they have, they're going to have to change them. Otherwise, it's going to create more problems.
Okay.